Hey everybody, this is another leaks video, but I thought of a new way to kind of go about this so I don't risk DMCA. I think this is the safest way to do it, but for your own sake, to avoid spoilers, I'd recommend not continuing the video in that case, because what I'm about to say is not confirmed. So let's get right into it. The video is basically just going to be me talking about theories about what's in the game. So you guys can take those theories as you want. So let's get right into it. There's some useful theories I have about this, and those include how you can connect with friends together, some new abilities we're going to see in the game, and some little markings and details. Other than that, there's quite a few different mechanics we're going to go through, so I hope you guys are ready for this, okay? Keep in mind, this is all just my own theory. Indeed, a Pokemon that looks like Gothitella, or seems like a Galar version of Gothitella, I think their ability is going to be own tempo. This Pokemon has its own tempo, and that prevents it from being confused. The next theory is about a possible Galar version of Mr. Mime. I think they're going to have an ability something like, when a Pokemon enters a battle, the effects of Light Screen, Reflect, and Aurora Veil are nullified for both opposing and ally Pokemon. I have a guess, because this is based on England, my guess for an area, like Route 9, for example, might be called Kirchester Bay, and it might involve a lot of water and using a bike to traverse the water. This is one I can talk about. There's a Ponyta, Galar version of Ponyta that was introduced, as we all know, and I think its evolution might have the ability that enables a sure getaway from wild Pokemon. Just a guess. Definitely a speedy one, this one. It appears that, in my theories, you might be able to get an egg as early as Route 6. It's just my guess. Route 6, I have a feeling, is going to be kind of full of cliffs, or like a mountainous region that kind of looks like a canyon. I kind of have a feeling about a new move called Darkest Lariat, which you can buy with money. This is just a guess now, all my theory. I feel like it's going to do something like the user swings both arms and hits the target. The target's stat changes don't affect this attack's damage. So my guess in that case, because that sounds very powerful in my theory, I feel like the power of the actual attack might be a level 85, and feels like it would be 100% accurate. Maybe 10 uses of that move. You know what? Because it's England and London is all known for fashion and stuff, they're definitely going to have plaited skirts and style for other clothes, and I just kind of guess it kind of looks pretty cool, kind of maybe a little retro-y rockstar style. Now we know about the poltergeist, right? We know about the ghost teapot. That's not a spoiler one. My guess for that guy, because his picture is like a breaking teacup, I feel like it'd be pretty funny for Game Freak to do like the opposite for its ability. So I feel like its ability might be something like physical attacks to the Pokemon lower its defense stat, but sharply raise its speed stat. I just get a feeling with eggs, you're not always going to hatch a Gigantamax one, so for example, you could possibly hatch a level 1 Charmander that doesn't have the Gigantamax. And I mean, I feel like to distinguish between that, a Charmander, say, that you're given by another trainer, let's just say for theory's sake, Leon, it's going to have a particular marking in the Pokedex, just so you can tell which one is the Gigantamax one. Because of how outraged all the fans are with this game, I feel like it'd be so funny if they put in a place called Lake of Outrage as a wild area, which might have some ghost Pokemon like Chandelure, and it might have Dreepy in there. Just guessing here. And apparently Hatterene for fun. can teleport around there. That's just kind of a good feeling I get for that one. Kind of like with other Nintendo games and other like the Xbox and stuff, usually players can pick like an avatar to be their icon, and I feel like this game is going to have that as well based on the characters that are in the game. And I mean, this game probably has a lot of different cool looking characters and pretty cute characters too. Now here's an important theory of mine, and that's about how to connect and play together with your friends. So I kind of feel like Nintendo should do something like a set link code, kind of like, you know, something like in Pokemon Go where you can choose the 3 Pokemon so that only people who have that code can join. Something like that would be a good idea in this game, so you can actually choose who you play with. Because I know there was problems about people theorizing you weren't able to choose who you play with in co-op. Well, I think if they did something like this, you will be able to choose who you play with. That could be very important for the online play. I think the same applies for trading as well. It just makes sense, right? A performance note is that by the looks of this game, I feel like it's scaled pretty well, so there's not going to be any frame drops, in my theory. And the houses in the game might have wild Pokemon in it, just like in the Game Boy games, right? And they definitely look like British houses, but maybe like well-off families in that case. And I feel like these houses, this well-off kind of area, might be called, say, Hammerlock. Hey, that'd be a good name for an area like that. Speaking of Hammerlock, this theorized village town with well-off people, you know the way well-off people kind of like to be protected? Well, I feel like these people in Hammerlock are going to be based behind a wall, maybe like a wall with a scary dragon entrance. And I mean, it'd be cool if they called that like Hammerlock Gate, just as an idea, if Nintendo want to adapt that. And just thinking of some possible Dynamax moves they could throw into the game, like ghost moves or poison or dragon or ground types might be pretty cool. We could have something like Max Phantasm, which is a ghost type attack that Dynamax Pokemon use that lowers the target's defense stats. That'd be pretty cool. How about a Max Ooze would be a nice one for poison, I think. Has a poison feel to it that raises the Pokemon's special attack stats. Max Wormwind would be like a dragon type attack, and that would probably lower the target's attack stats. It'd be pretty cool. And how about Max Quake? Because Japan is so like famous for some like earthquakes sometimes. It'd be a good ground type for Dynamax, and that would probably raise the allies' Pokemon's special defense stats. That mysterious elephant Pokemon people have been talking about a little bit. I think we caught a glimpse of one in one of the ads actually recently, one of the official ads. So I have a feeling that that's going to also have a Gigantamax form, just a feeling, and maybe one of its special move is going to cause spikes to appear. Coming back to Hammerlock there, I think it'd be cool if they just put the stadium there that contains the the final fight for the final boss Pokemon, final legendary Pokemon. That'd be a kind of cool place after you enter the Dragon Head. Hammerlock Gate, was it what we called it? Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if somewhere in there in the stadium you fought the final legendary. I mean, it'd be a nice idea to maybe make it possible for people to rebattle gym leaders in championship tournaments. You guys remember Garbodor? That was so cool when I found that Pokemon. I thought it was sick, going into like this post-apocalyptic world through the wormhole. And I think it'd be sick if they brought that guy back, because we didn't get to play with him very much. And if they gave him a new form, you know, not just throwing him in there for the sake of it, but let's say give him a Gigantamax form, and it'd be so big that it has like airplanes on it and buildings sticking out of it, and even like a boat. That'd be so funny. So as for the gyms, I'm not really sure about the first gym, but I feel like the second gym, which is Nessa, we know that is the water type. They're Gigantamax Pokemon, and Gigantamax, I don't mean Dynamax, I mean Gigantamax. It'd be a cool idea if they gave her like Dreadnought as the Gigantamax. That'd be sick. For the third gym, I feel like the fire type, kind of, you know, good sequence, grass, water, fire. It'd be cool if they gave him like some sort of Gigantamax fire centipede or something like that. It'd be pretty cool. But the next one after that, how about like a fairy type or something? You know, just keep it balanced. Well, we know Alcremie is there, and we know Alcremie's a fairy, so we know what that Gigantamax looks like. It'd be pretty cool to feast on a big cake. As for the next gym after that, I'd love to see Gigantamax Lapras or something. That'd be pretty cool. Gym after that though, thinking Steel type. Duraludon was one I was looking at. I'd love to see a Gigantamax form of that Pokemon. I hope they use him. The next one, maybe Poison type. I kind of feel like coming down the list here. It'd be pretty cool if they put this in this sequence. Yeah, how about a Garbodor? Using my Garbodor idea. That'd be amazing. As for Leon, I think we all know Charizard, right? That's gonna be the Giganto there. How about our competitors? Oh, Marnie. Oh, we know Marnie, the rebel rousing girl. I feel like the Impidimp evolution might be a good fit for her, you know, kind of dark type stuff for that gym. The evolution of that becoming a Gigantamax, that'd be pretty sick, you know. Pretty cool. I think Bead might have a weird looking, slender kind of female type Pokemon, kind of soft colors, pastel colors. One that I mentioned earlier that teleports, that probably has like a Gigantamax form too, you know, just my theory. So that's it for all my theories, guys. Let me know what you thought about all of those theories and if you're hoping any of those are going to be actually in the game. I have no idea, but let me know what you guys think. So thanks for coming to my video today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye.